building. Do you want to go see the building from the outside?
먼저 빌딩 바깥부터 보실래요? 아이고 좀뭐 이거
거요? Can you see the shape of the building? Does it remind you of anything? What does
the Ark of Noah?
Exactly. Very good. It's Noah's Ark, and inside we have lots of animals.
Interesting.
Okay, so let's go inside.
이게 노아 방주 같잖아요. 그리고 안에 동물들이 있으니까 연관성이 있나.
어떻게 지내나? 안녕하세요. 어떻게 지내나?
Does anyone need to use the restrooms? Okay.
We're
Okay? You may have a seat over here.
앉으시고.
So welcome to the Museum of Natural History in Tel Aviv University. This museum is about 8 years old, but the collections that we have here have been collected for 100 years. Do you understand me? Yes, yes. Okay, if there's something that you don't understand, please stop me and I'll explain, okay? The museum houses the national collections of Israel. We have large storage rooms where we can find the scientific collections, and only a little bit of all that is on display for us to see. But still, we have plenty to see. So this exhibition is called Bugs and Beyond. Bugs, generally insects, but we can see several groups here. This is an example of what we can see inside. These are the types of animals that we can see here. We can see many insects, including butterflies, beetles, etc. But also crabs, millipedes, spiders, etc. And all of these are called arthropods. So this is the focus of this exhibition, arthropods. We have arthropods from all over the world. The main idea of this exhibition is to get people to look at arthropods differently. Usually, when people see these animals, they go, ooh, right? People don't like them. But here in this exhibition, we want to show you that they are very interesting and very diverse. Some of them live in the water, some of them live on land, and they do many different things in our environment. Let's go inside. Just I want to tell you that some of the animals are alive, so you'll see them moving and eating, etc. So please don't touch the glass and don't tap the glass. Come on. Thank you. This is called the hissing cockroach of Madagascar, and you can hear the recording. There's a sound. Can you hear it? It's from these animals. touch this exhibit. This is a wasp, 25 times, yes, you may touch this, 25 times larger than the original size. So we can see all the details. Please go inside, there are many interesting things. So just look at what interests you. The larger they are, the older they are. They grow their entire lives. This crab is called a hermit crab, and I like this video. What does it show us? It shows us that the crab, some of its body is hard, but the back of its body is soft. So it looks for a shell from a different animal. For example, like this shell and the one it's inside, and it climbs into the shell to hide the back of its body. That's what we can see here. What we see here is a group of crabs, many crabs. The biggest one found a new shell, and the other ones, look, they are lining up according to size. The big one in the front, small one in the back. And when the first one leaves its small shell to go into the larger cell, the next one takes the shell that the first one left. Can you see that? Each one is moving to a shell that is larger. And I really like this because these are crabs, and it shows that they can assess size. They can tell which one is bigger and which one is smaller, which is like a math skill. You know, children, very young children don't know how to do that. They know how to order things by size from age 3 or 4, but the crabs know how to do this. Can you see them? Yeah, it's a scorpion. Oh, yes. Show you something interesting on this side, if you want to follow me. On this panel, we can see several animals, and we can see each time the male and the female, male and female. So if we compare them, what do you think? Generally, are the females larger or are the males larger? Who's bigger?
Female.
The female. If we look at all these animals, usually we can see that the female is larger. Is it true for all of them? Where is the male larger?
The beetle, crab.
The beetle. And
Crab?
yes, and this crab. And so in nature, when we see a rule that everything is the same, and then we see an exception that something is different, we always have to ask why. So, why is this rhinoceros beetle, why is the male larger than the female? What do you think? Do you have any guesses? Yes, they fight. The males fight over the females. So a larger male has an advantage. How about the crab? Can you see its pincers? There is one that's very big, and the other one on the other side is very small. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
We call it, in English, we call it the fiddler crab, like it's playing the violin. Fiddler. So why is the male larger than the female? It uses this large pincer to signal to the female. That's part of the courtship. When the male wants to mate, it moves the pincer, and the female sees it, and then she likes it. And so it needs to be as large as possible. So in these two species, it's important for the male to be larger to find the female and have children. So these species are a little different than the other ones. Generally, the females are bigger because they need to lay eggs. So the body is bigger and they produce many eggs. Can I show you another thing?
Sure is.
This is what I wanted to show you. This is about mimicry. Mimicry is when we have two different animals, but when we look at them, they look almost the same. Okay? So this is, these are bees and wasps. They have stings. They can sting us. These are flies. They can't harm us. Why do you think that it's good for a fly, that it helps the fly survive if it looks like a bee or a wasp?
Reproduction.
Yeah, flies are eaten by different animals. If an animal sees something that looks like a bee, maybe it won't eat it because it doesn't want to get stung, right? So it won't eat the fly. So this really helps the fly because it gets eaten less. It helps it survive. And it's the same thing with all these three flies. They all look like something with a sting. But what about this butterfly? This butterfly looks like this butterfly. But this is a butterfly. It doesn't have a sting. It can't sting us. This butterfly, the monarch butterfly, is poisonous. It feeds on plants that contain poison. It's not harmed by the poison, but the poison stays in its body. And birds and other insects that eat butterflies, they don't want to eat the monarch butterfly because they know it's poisonous. So the viceroy butterfly that looks like it also doesn't get eaten, although it's not poisonous. And there's two more things I wanted to show you on the other side. Do you know this insect?
These locusts.
Yes, exactly. What do you know, locust?
We can eat.
Yes, and that's actually what I wanted to tell you about them. of the insects aren't kosher. Jews can't eat them. It's not kosher. But you can eat several types of locust. Why do we have this special rule? What do you think? Do you know how this insect behaves? Usually there's nothing special about it. But sometimes different conditions cause them to breed, and we have lots and lots and lots of them. Like millions and hundreds of millions. And they all fly together. And when they come to a certain area, they start eating the plants. These are herbivores, they eat plants. So they can come to a field and they can eat everything. All the rice, all the wheat, all the corn, everything. So in ancient times, when a large group of locusts came to a certain place, people had nothing left to eat. So what did they eat? They ate them. So they are kosher to eat. And the last thing I wanted to show you is a game. You can always switch to English by using the E. These are all arthropods. We can see them over here. And each one uses its legs, for something. Like what we use tools for, okay? So one of these uses its legs like they're a pistol. One of these uses its legs like they're a boxing glove. So you can try to match them. And if you get it right, you can see a video or a picture of how they work. So we have 5 different animals over here and 4 other animals over here. And it's the same task, so you can try and match the picture from one side with the picture from the other side. So you may try.
어떻게 알아? 이거 게임이라는데요. 이거 이렇게 맞춰보면 이거가 I have a question.
I'm sorry. Differences between. Only locusts.
야, 내가 이해하셨어. 네.
Only locusts grow into these large groups. The other types, they don't have these large groups. But I don't know to tell you exactly the difference. They're all related. So I'm not sure about the answer. Sorry.
한충만 유치원이 둘이 사이가 맞나 봐. 근데 모르시는 게
That was a good question. 잘 모르겠어요. 이 기능하고 이 기능하고 연결시키는 거. 어떻게 이거 나는 이거를 잡는 거 찍게 했는데
못했어. 이거 뒤에 보여준다고.
연결.
그래서 봐, 내가 뭐 했더라? 얘는 뭘까?
Guys, we have a lot more to see. I suggest that we move on.
가시.
Do you know this map? It's the map of Israel, exactly. And we have two exhibitions here that display things that are special to Israel. One exhibition is above our heads. Do you see all the birds? You can turn around and look at them. These are all migratory birds. It means that they fly great distances. In the winter, they fly south to warmer places, for example, in Africa. And before the summer, they fly up north to Europe and Asia. And all of these birds fly over Israel. Why do they fly over Israel? Are they Zionists? Are they Jewish? No, they're birds. So why do they come to Israel? Look at Israel. What is over here to the west of Israel?
Mediterranean Sea.
Exactly. So for birds, it's less comfortable to fly over the sea. Why? Because if they want to stop and rest, they want to be over land. Also, these birds, the large birds, they glide. That means that when they fly, they don't flap their wings all the time. They leave the wings open and they glide using thermals. These are hot air currents that go up. And this happens over land. So it's not easy for them to fly over the sea. They prefer land. So they don't fly to the west of Israel. Okay, so what is to the east of Israel? What's over here? Jordan. It's land, but it's desert. Not much water, not much food. So birds come from Africa. They fly over Israel and then they disperse. Some to Europe, some to Asia. But they funnel in over Israel. So we get lots and lots of migratory birds during the fall and during the spring when they migrate. So this is something special to Israel. The second special thing that we can see in the next exhibition is that there are many different areas in one small country. This is also true about Korea, I think. Many different things in one small country. So in the south, we have a desert in Israel. But in the north, we have more water. So we have lakes and streams, etc. Up here, we have a very high mountain, the Hermon mountain, yeah. So over here, it's alpinistic condition. It's snow and the winter is very, very cold. So in each different place, we have different animals. So right here, we can see 6 windows. In each one, we can see animals that live in different places. Let's go see. You can see that this is the desert habitat, where it's warm during the day and cool during the night, and there is not much water. And over here you can see the names of the different animals. You can switch to English and check their names. So this is the rock hyrax, the one with the fur. This is the sandy habitat. Over here, the ground is made of sand. So even if we get water, the water seeps through, and it does, and the upper layer stays dry. So this is a place where there are hard conditions. It's also hard to walk on the sand. So some of the animals have large feet or furry feet with hair on them, so that they don't sink in the sand. we have many planted forests. About 100 years ago, we didn't have many trees in Israel. But then people started planting trees, and we planted many pines. Pines are trees that grow quickly, and today we have many forests that are composed of pines, and we can see some of the animals that live in them.
We see pine trees a lot in Korea, and then now I know.
Pines are a big family that we have them all over the world. This is the aquatic habitat. It means a place with a lot of water, like a lake or a stream or a river. This is an otter. And almost everything you see here is in danger of extinction. That means that we have very few of them, and they might die out. Why is that? Because we have very small aquatic habitats in Israel, very few rivers, and as the climate gets warmer, we have less and less water. Also, people in the past used to use the streams for pollution, to get rid of waste. So some of the rivers were polluted and animals couldn't live in them anymore. So most of these creatures are in danger of extinction. Okay, they might die out, they might disappear.
멸종 위기 동물들. How many rivers in Israel? Like, are there not?
We have lots of rivers, but some of them only contain water during the winter after there is rain. So we have maybe
Jordan River, but that's like the big long one, but the other.
yeah, the other ones are smaller. The Jordan River, I think, is the biggest. So in the Mediterranean area, we have several rivers that flow all year, but in the south, all the rivers stop flowing in the summer.
Then are they moving to like from one lake to another? Like that?
That's a good question. These animals usually live in the north where there's water all year round. But there are some tiny animals that can live in like giant puddles, like a small lake that has rainwater. They're the eggs or something that can live when it's dry, stay in the ground. When there's water, they hatch, they come out of the egg, they have their whole life cycle, they mate and they lay new eggs, and then when summer starts, everything is dry again, and the next generation is in the ground waiting for the next time that we have rain. But they're usually smaller animals.
Thank you.
These are the natural woods that we used to have in Israel. We also plant these. We have lots of oaks, etc. It's called a Mediterranean woodland or scrubland, according to the height of the trees or the bushes. And as you can see, it's very rich, many different species. We have, this is a jackal. We have many of them here in Tel Aviv.
Oh.
They are adjusted to living inside the city. They live in parks, And I can hear them at night howling, even though I live in the city.
테라리보 도시에 많이 있대요. 미오바이. 도시에 살기에 적응되어 있대.
This is fixed window. This is the fifth one, and it's over here is the fifth.
We saw a lot of the wildlife and wildfire when we
Exactly. We have lots and lots of them also. They go into the city. They go into Haifa.
right.
So this is the Helwan mountain. The area is very small, but still we have species that only live there. And as the climate gets warmer, these animals need to go up on the mountain to the cooler places where it's higher, it's also cooler. But that can't go on forever. So most of them are also in danger of extinction. Does it work well? Is it okay?
첫 번째 우리 창문의 지역. 이건 할멈사.
You may touch this, of course. And this is for people who can't see well, so they can understand what is in this exhibition. So they can touch the different terrains, the ground of different places. You may switch to English if it's easier. You can see all the names of all the birds over there.